chair yoga. I'm just gonna place my chair in this position here. I'm gonna grab one of my blankets, just for cushion, right? To have a little bit more of a pad. And then I'm just gonna place my blanket on top of my chair. I'm just going to lay down. Again, if you do not want to do the pose with the chair, just go ahead and lay down on your mat, on your back. If you have a wall close to you, you can extend the legs against the wall. So the idea here is just to maintain the torso, the back on the mat while we lift the legs up. Move your arms away from your body, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Begin to work on your breath. Inhaling, exhaling through the nose. Just little by little, beginning to unwind here. Noticing how the circulation begins to move backwards. And somehow, it feels like everything, the blood on your feet, your legs now circulates, moves, flows all the way down to your hips, to your torso. Bring in a relaxed sensation in the physical body. Your shoulders are relaxed on the floor. The chest is open and wide. Inhaling, exhaling through the nose. The energy, we're lifting it from the sacrum all the way to the belly button, pit of the belly, chest, throat, between your eyebrows, and all the way up to the crown of the head. Couple more here. Setting up the tune for the rest of the day. Setting up the mood for the rest of the day. Starting with yoga here. One more mindful breath. Nice job, everyone. Maintain your eyes closed. Just extend your arms above your head. Stretch it here. Grab your wrist and pull the arm. Go ahead and grab your other wrist. Pull the arm towards the back of the room. Nice job. Let's go into ANNADELIS, knees to chest. I'm going to go ahead and bend my knees and place the heels in the front edge of my chair. If I'm not using a chair, then just come into ANNADELIS, knees to chest. Now I'm going to try to place the heels against the edge of my chair. And instead of working on sending the knees as much as you can towards the chest, work on the back. Can you broaden the back and maintain the chest and the front body open and wide? So I don't even have to lift my arms and hug my legs completely. I can just place the hands on the knees and relax the shoulders down. I want to open up my upper back. Tuck the chin under. Notice the lengthening in the back of the neck. Maintain the elbows in. 2 more breaths. Each vertebra on the floor, everyone. Nice job. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move my buttocks forward a little bit more. Same with my heels. And maybe I'm able to grab the front legs of my chair. If I'm not able, no worries, grab the outer edges of your mat. We're going to go into bridge pose. So I'm going to place my heels on the chair again, not on the edge, on the chair on top. And I'm going to lift my hips. Now, I want to push the chair with my heels. That way, my hamstrings are going to engage. And slowly release. And again, lift. And slowly release. You can place your feet flat on the mat as well. In bridge pose, just lifting the hips off the mat. And then releasing. 3 more. Push through the heels, everyone. That way you can feel the engagement on the muscles of the back of your legs. Nice job. 1 more time. Awakening the body little by little. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and roll to the right side and push ourselves up. Good. We're going to now stretch the shoulders and the triceps. So we normally do this pose if you don't want to use your chair, placing the blocks in front of you and your elbows right on top of your props. If you have your chair, move your knees towards the back. Go ahead and place from the armpit all the way to your elbow, the arm on the chair. And just stay here for a little bit. The chin maybe might release on top of the chair as well. The idea is not just to stretch the shoulders and the upper arms, but also the sides of your torso. So let's start in this layer first. Right here. Send the weight to your hips. Let's begin to move a little bit towards the back. I'm going to move my arms halfway, my bicep, right? My tricep against the chair. And now I might be able to tuck the chin under and look down to my mat. Keep the breath through the nose. Let's go a little bit more towards the back. Now just the elbows in the edge of your chair. Move the knees back. And now maybe relax the hand in between your arms. Let the pubic bone towards the navel. Maybe send the thumbs to the back of your neck. One more breath. Nice job. Let's go ahead and extend those arms and slowly move your knees forward and come back. Very good. Let's go into child's pose. So for child's pose, big toes touch. Right? And make sure, if you have like a hard floor, make sure that the chair is on top of your mat for more grip. So you don't slide the chair back and forth. So I'm going to start, if you have the chair exactly the one I have here, you can maybe notice that you have a stick right across the front 2 legs. Grab that stick. If you don't have this chair, no worries. Don't grab the chair all the way down on the legs, but a little bit more up. Relax the forehead on the floor. And if the forehead doesn't touch the floor, no worries. I want you to create length, everyone. I want you to push the chair forward if you can. And really stretch from the shoulder blades all the way to the front fingers. Lift the breastbone towards the spine. Maintain those arms straight as much as you can. 2 more breaths. Nice job, everyone. Slowly begin to push yourself up. And let's go now and sit on our chairs. If you don't want to sit on your chair, you can always find also the wall and sit against the wall. It's of course more challenging, right? But it will also do the work. So I'm gonna sit down on my chair. I'm gonna place one of my blocks in between my feet. And I'm gonna maintain my feet hip bone distance apart. Very mild twist here. So hinge it forward from the hips and place that left hand on your block. Toes are pointing forward. Right hand is on my right thigh. I'm going to begin to twist my rib cage to the right. So just lift the right shoulder up. Keep pressing down through the sitting bones. Maybe lift the right arm up. You don't have to. Just lift the arm here or maintain the hand on your right thigh. Keep pressing the floor through the feet. One more breath. Nice job. Let's go ahead and release. Now, let's forward fold. You can be sitting on the floor and just extending your arms all the way forward. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to open up my feet a little bit wider, mat distance apart, and I'm going to start hinging forward. You can use your blocks under your hands. Right? Or you can grab that stick that connects the front 2 legs and just relax the head here. Now, as soon as I relax my head, I'm beginning to lift the sitting bones. I don't want that to happen. So that means that I'm hinging forward too much. So I might stay here, reaching forward through the crown of the head, pushing the floor through the heels of my feet. I can feel the muscles in my upper body beginning to stretch, beginning to play along in this pose. Keep lifting the pubic bone towards the navel. Remember, you can be here too. If your hands are forward, you can now push so your sitting bones can root more into the chair. One more. Nice job. Let's go ahead and come back. Place one block in between your feet. Close the distance in between your feet. Hip bone distance apart again. Right hand down. Left hand on your thigh. Very good. Let's press the thigh down as I rotate my rib cage to the left now. Lift the pubic bone towards the navel. Maybe lift that left arm up. So don't let your knees play open, right? Maintain them aligned with your hip bones. Maintain the knees aligned with your second toe. So really activate from your toes, from the arches of your feet, your heels, all the way to your knees, knees to hips, hips to shoulder, shoulder to fingertips. One more breath. Nice job. Let's go ahead and release. Good job. Let's do cat-cow pose here, and this is just going to be hands on your knees. Round the spine as much as you can. Lift the pubic bone towards the navel. If you're not using your chair, just come into all fours and do your cat-cow here. And exhale, lift through the chest and shoulders back, elbows close to your torso. And again, inhale here. And keep the breath. Keep pushing the foot through the four corners of each foot. Nice job, everyone. One more. Very good. Let's open up the hips. Left ankle on top of the right thigh. And if you're not sitting on a chair, go ahead and lay down and come into thread the needle, right? When we're laying down on our backs and we place that ankle on top of the thigh. With the left hand or whatever hand and leg you're using, go ahead and press the thigh down. Now, don't hinge forward yet. Try to sit here straight. And straight doesn't mean just recline completely on the chair, right? Push through the sitting bones and lift through the crown of the head. So we're not using the back of the chair. Lift the pubic bone. Feel how the thighs can separate from your hips. As you keep sending that energy down and you begin to rebound through the crown of the head. Very good. We're going to forward fold now, using the blocks in front. So keep sending the thigh down, hinge forward, stop when you need to stop. It's a lot for the back of that left leg. And then if you have space, go ahead and grab your blocks and place the hands on your blocks. I'm going to give you my front very quick for you to see what I'm doing with that foot and my arm. I want to wrap the top part of my foot against my tricep, right? So my toes and the top of my foot is wrapping, hugging my arm. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. As we keep pushing the floor with the blocks with the right foot, and we keep hinging forward. Now, my left arm, my tricep, it's again my knee, the knee that is bended. So everything here is connected. My arms are still wrapping and touching and connecting with my lower body. One more breath. Nice job. Let's go ahead and release. Second side. Right ankle on top of the left thigh. Four shape. Go ahead with your right hand, press the thigh down. Begin to lift the pubic bone towards the navel so you can feel it more in the outer right hip. Sitting straight, shoulders aligned with the hips. Notice the difference, which side feels more open, more tight. Very good. Let's forward fold. Slowly keep pressing the right thigh down, the right knee down as you hinge forward. Stop when you need to stop. When you feel those sitting bones and your glutes lifting off the chair. Take a couple of breaths here to unwind. And whenever you're ready, just release those hands all the way down. Now, You don't have to place the hands down. If this is enough for you, just stay here. You're opening the hips. This is like a bonus. Right now we're wrapping and adding the arms and binding ourselves some more. But you can stay just sitting straight on your chair and opening up that hip. Press evenly through your hands. Maintain the foot and the left tricep together. As the right tricep is pressing the right shin bone or knee. One more breath, everyone. A lot of forward foldings and twisting. And that's why I really like to take yoga practice with the chair. After the wall, the chair is my second favorite prop. One more here. Nice shot. Let's go ahead and place that right foot down. Let's twist one more time. This is going to be a little bit deeper. And if you want to stand up and do your regular chair pose, because that's what we're going to do, chair pose. So I'm going to place one block in between my feet, right? And I'm placing it in this position. If you feel like your hips need a little bit more of space, then place the block in this position. You want it against the floor. You don't want it in between your shin bones or anything, okay? So decide how your hips feel better with the block in this direction or in the opposite direction. Very good. Squeeze the block. Maintain your ankles under your knees and begin to press those thighs down with your hands. Nice. Let's lift the arms. Internally rotate the arms towards your face and begin to hinge forward. Try not to lift the sitting bones, right, of the chair. Now align your arms with your ears and try to touch the front edge of the wall, the top edge, right, of the wall with your fingertips. Let the pubic bone towards the navel. Keep elongating the size of the torso. One more breath. Let's twist. Left hand on your thigh. Right elbow against the thigh. Good. Stay here. Now begin to revolve the torso. Look down. Make sure the right knee is not opening up to the side, which it happens a lot when we are in the regular chair pose. Keep squeezing the block in between your ankles. Very good. From here, you can wrap the chair behind you so that back stick, or you can wrap the back, depending, right, how much space you have to twist. You can always grab also the top if you don't have the chair that I'm using. Just find a way to bind the arm, and the idea is to really get deep into the twist. I use the chair for chair pose, and if I'm in the middle of my room performing chair pose, I cannot get such a deep twist as if I was using my chair. So the chair actually helps a lot. One more breath. Nice shot. Let's go ahead and slowly forward fold in between your feet. Open up your leg and just forward fold. No worries about sitting bones, just round the back. Let the head go. Great way also to open up the hips. Nice job, everyone. Push yourself up. Second side. Go ahead and squeeze with your feet, with your ankles, the block. And go ahead, align even better those ankles and knees. Same line. Good. Lift the arms, internally rotate. Align those arms with your ears and begin to hinge forward. Feel it in the inner thighs. If you're really pressing and squeezing the block, you can feel the inner thighs engaging. Keep reaching. Soften the ribs. Soften the muscle of your face. One more breath. Right hand on your thigh. Go ahead and bend the left elbow and place the elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Now lift the chest and the belly off your legs. Lift it up. And begin to rotate. You can grab the top side of your chair, or you can go ahead a little bit deeper and grab the right side of the chair. You can look down, make sure that left knee is not opening up. Breathe, everyone, especially on the right side of the back body. Right shoulder away from the ear. Elongate the neck forward with the crown of the head. One more. Nice job. Let's go ahead and release. Again, open up your feet. Forward fold. Nice job, everyone. With a big curvature on the spine, tuck the chin under, begin to lift yourself. Let the arms hang, let the head hang, and slowly all the way up. Nice job. Let's lift up. Let's stand up, and let's keep opening the hips. I'm gonna lift that cushion on top, that pad on top of my chair. So this is kind of like preparing the body for a tree pose, all right? My right leg, which is the standing leg, is gonna be facing forward, Tadasana leg, my toe aligned with my knee aligned with my hip bone. Good, I'm just gonna lift that left leg up and place the foot on my chair. So it's very important the way you're standing and how you are aligning that right leg, the standing leg. It's very important, okay? So you don't want to be here. Look at my toes. You don't want to be here. So make sure you're really spreading those toes wide. You're really pressing through the four corners of your feet, and you're lifting, sucking up the arch of your right foot. Good. Now that right hip, find it facing forward. The chest, the ribs facing forward. And then if that left leg wants to open up to the back, good. But not compromising the right side of the body. Okay, so don't let that left leg guide your tree pose in this case. Okay, it's the right side, the alignment of that standing leg, your shoulders, square shoulders down. And then add that left leg. It will open little by little, so don't press and push much. Be gentle. Now, you want to have the knee aligned with the hip. You don't want to have it all up, okay? So make sure you're also in a 90-degree as much as you can. Keep pressing through that left foot. Let's stretch. Right hand down. Send the left arm towards the right. Keep loosen up on that right shoulder, right hand down. Lift the pubic bone towards the navel. You're already feeling it where the femur bone and the hip meets, right? Go ahead and now place that left forearm on your thigh. Lift the right arm up. Kind of like the feeling we have in Uttita Parsvottanasana, right? when we are in the middle of the room. Lift the chest. One more breath. Nice job. Let's go ahead and come back. Stand leaning forward and release. You might feel that left side of the outer hip and the hip already opening up and loosening up. Okay, I'm gonna move my chair. Start with the left or the standing leg. Spread those toes wide. Place each toe on the floor. Lift, lift, lift through the shin bone, through the knee, or through the quad, hip bone up. Now lift that right knee up and place it on top of your chin. Good. So again, the hip bones, where are they? They're kind of like, in my case, like in warrior two, that the hips are diagonal, and I'm going to respect that. That's how my hips and how much they can open. But I'm going to work on the other components, like my chest, my shoulder facing forward, my hip bones lifting up, and then I'm going to gently press that right knee back without messing up that nice alignment that we work on that left side of the body. Find your breath. Nice job. Left hand down. Left hand, left shoulder down. Go ahead and extend the right arm. Try not to bend the elbow or try to maintain and create lines. Nice job. Now place the forearm on top of your thigh. In the chest, keep rotating the chest towards the left side. Now you lift the gaze. Nice. Push yourself up, lean forward, and gracefully place the foot down. Good. Downward facing dog. So I'm going to go ahead and use that stick that is across, but if it's too much, go ahead and grab the edge of your chair. So I'm going to start with the edge of the chair first. I'm going to place my hands in the outer edge of my chair, and I'm going to send my legs to the back. Try to maintain your legs straight, right? So if you need to move your legs forward and come into a smaller downward facing dog, go and do so, but really try to maintain the legs straight so you can, little by little, stretch the back of your legs. So send the knees to the back as you lift the kneecaps and you engage the quad. I'm not grabbing with the whole palm, my chair. I'm just placing the palms on top and pushing away. I'm placing my weight nicely distributed in the whole foot, not on the heels, not just on the back, but the whole foot rooting down. So this is your downward facing dog. Notice how the back feels. Notice if you can go a little bit deeper, then go ahead and maybe grab the stick or the legs of your chair. You don't have to feel comfortable. This is your practice. I'm just giving you different options. Lift the lower belly up, everyone. Maintain this inversion for 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Go ahead and place the hands on the edge of your mat, on the edge of your chair. And come into plank, top of a push-up. So plank is the shoulders on top of your hands, move your feet, heels on top of your toes. Plank pose, everyone. Engage those quads. Now come into your toes, and then send the ball of your toes all the way down. And again, lift on your tippy toes, and then kind of back a little bit, and forward, and then back. When you go back, your shoulders are not on top of your wrist anymore. Forward and back, couple more. Nice job. Come again. Plank pose, that's going to chaturanga. So come into your tippy toes. Bend the elbows, maintain the elbows very close to your body. And now uncurl the toes, upward facing dog. Lift the thighs. And press back, downward facing dog. Hold deep breath. Let's do it again. Inhale, come forward to plank, top of a push-up. Come into your tippy toes. Shoulders are not on top of your wrist anymore. Go ahead and bend the elbows. Chest pulls forward. Upward facing dog. Arms are straight. Downward facing dog. One more. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Nice job, everyone. Bend your knees. Walk your hands, your feet to meet the chair. And forward fold. You can grab the legs of your chair. You can even rest the crown of the head on the chair. Inhale, halfway up, grab your chair, chest pulls forward. Exhale again, forward fold. Push yourself up, Utthita Hastasana, push with your feet, maintain those thighs engaged, palms to your heart. Samasthiti. Nice job, very good. Let's go very quick into our next pose, warrior two, right? So here I'm going to use the chair in this position because I'm going to start on my legs, right? And I want to sit. I want to sit on my chair. I want to be able to sit, right? And then that leg that I'm using, and I removed the pad because it's too much for me. But if you feel like it's too much to sit on the bare naked chair, then go ahead and give yourself a push, a boost up. Okay, so warrior two. Front leg expanded. The right knee is aligned with the second toe. I'm going to push through my feet, through my heels especially. And then I'm going to look back and I'm going to try to move my leg so it's aligned with my front heel. Normally in downward and in warrior two, we put a lot of pressure on the hips, but here with the chair we don't. So now we can focus on other things like the back foot, the front knee. Are we open up the knee enough to feel the stretch in the groin area? And we're pressing through the back edge of the foot, and or we're rolling the ankle in. So we can work on those things while we're using the chair and Relax a little bit more. Extend your arms, warrior two. Move the right side of the torso away from the thigh, warrior two. Keep lifting the pubic bone towards the navel. You still have to feel it. You should be feeling it in the right outer hip. Very good. Let's bind the left arm. Grab your chair at the top or the bottom, wherever feels comfortable, and reverse. One more. Very good. Come back. Warrior two. Right arm, forearm on top of thigh. Lift the arm up. Internally rotate. Utthita Prashanasana. Are you already rolling the back ankle down? So focus really on that back foot and that back leg. Send the thigh to the back of the room. Place all the energy on that back leg. Revolve the torso, one more. Beautiful, everyone. Warrior two. And relax. Good, close. And let's stay here. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up my feet. And I'm gonna point my toes to the sides of the rim. Knees on top of my ankle. See how you're opening up, you're sending those thighs to the back of the rim, lift the pubic bone towards the navel. Goddess pose, open up your arms, right arm on top of left. Lift the elbows. Forearms away from your face. One more, keep opening those thighs, send those knees to the back of the room. Nice job, go ahead and release. Roll the shoulders back. And roll the shoulders back. Nice job, very good. Second time, so again, it's like if your hands were here and you were just pressing those thighs gently to the back of the rim, right? So you can feel it not just in the outer hips, but also within the hip all the way to the knees. Good, open up your arms. Left arm on top of right, big X, bind. Don't round the back, everyone, keep lifting through the pubic bone all the way to the breastbone. One more, and release. Nice job. Good. Now you're gonna send that right hip forward a little bit, right? Warrior two, second side. Good. So work on that left hip. Wrap the left buttocks under, right? Under. You don't want to have to flash all the way to the left side, but you want to wrap everything in towards that groin, right? The inner front thigh. Back leg completely straight. Sending it to the back as you lift the kneecap, and now that big muscle on your quad, the quad muscle is engaged. Very good. Open up. Warrior two. Virabhadrasana. Nice. Reverse and the right arm to the back. Find something to grab. Shoulder back. Nice job. Come back. And take your time, you know where we're going. So if you want to feel a little bit more the warrior two or the Utthita Prashanasana, go ahead and take a couple of breaths more. We're not flowing, so we can stop here and there to modify, to stay a little bit longer. One more. And shuffle back. And release. And let's That's it. Nice job, everyone. Let me see what time it is. I took a couple of minutes of your time at the beginning, so I'm going to maybe take the practice 5–10 minutes longer. Okay, maybe 5. Very good. I'm going to place again my pad. We're going to go now into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. And this is a very challenging pose if we're doing in the middle of the room, right? This is the pose where if you're using a block, you go ahead and you'll top here, right? And if you're not using the block, then you try to, and then you try to open up the chest as you look into that side. And it's a lot of components. The opening of the hip, the rotation of the rib cage, opening the arms, the balance. So with the chair, it feels more comfortable, of course, and more supported. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my block on top of my pad, my chair, and I'm going to place my forearm. So my forearm is on top. I'm also grabbing, if you're using the same chair, right? I'm also grabbing the back of my chair. If not, just flex and maybe place the hand against the back part of your chair. So find a way, you can also grab the back of your chair. So find a way that you can hold yourself here. That's going to give you more support when you're lifting the leg. And then look down and make sure the left foot is pointing forward. Same thing we did when we were opening the hip, right? That right leg, it was aligned. You want that standing foot, standing leg to be completely aligned. It's going to give you all the support. That's how you're going to maintain the balance. Very good. I'm going to go ahead and begin to fly that right leg back as I rotate my rib cage to the right. Now that back leg, it's completely straight. I don't want to lift it much. I want to maintain it aligned with my right hip. And then I'll lift that right arm up. Now work on the chest. Now that you feel like, okay, this is a little bit more supported. I feel more supported. I feel more safe. Then work on the other components. What about the chest? Can you open more of the chest? Can you rotate even more the chest as you press through the elbow and the forearm? Can you lift through the right fingertips? One more. Nice job. Look down, grab the chair, and place that foot down. Just bend your knees here for a little bit to unwind. Nice job. Go ahead and second side. Now, we're doing the regular Ardha Chandrasana. When you are in more advanced classes, sometimes they're going to make you go into Ardha Chandrasana and then bind the arm, right? And you can do this here. So if you feel like, oh, I nailed it, I got it, this is nice, I can feel safe, then now this time try to bind that arm. Instead of lifting it all the way, try to bind it. Grab something at the chair or just place the hand on your lower back. Okay, let's start. Right foot facing forward, the right thigh completely engaged, the knee aligned with the second toe and the right hip. Go ahead and place the forearm on top of your block. You don't need the block. This is just another boost. This is just another help. But if you want to place the forearm completely on top of the chair, you can do so too, okay? But this is why I like to use the chair, because there's so many ways that you can use it. Very good. You place the forearm and begin whenever you're ready to lift the leg. Now, remember, we're not pointing the toes, we're flexing the foot, and the foot is facing the same direction as your chest, right? Work on the chest, work on the shoulders, work on the collarbones. Can you spread them wider? Do you want to bind? Maybe place the hand down and grab into something. Maybe just place the hand on your lower back. One more breath, everyone. And look down. And just unwind here. Nice job. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank, top of a push-up. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Bend your knees, walk your feet forward, halfway up here. Forward fold. Push yourself up. Palms to palm. Nice job. I forgot my belt, my strap, if you have your strap with you. Let's finish it up with one more stretch here. I'm going to place my right foot on top of my chair. I can have my blocks very close to me. If that helps. I want to forward fold, everyone. So if you can place those hands right on top of your chair. If you have the strap, place the strap around the foot. But forward fold, I mean, you do want to forward fold like if we were in Paschimottanasana. When we sit on our sitting bones, we extend the legs in Dandasana and then we try to reach the feet, right? This is what we're doing here, but with one leg on the floor. If you feel like, you know what, I can go a little bit deeper, and I'm just giving you options. You don't have to do all of them. Feel comfortable to do whatever your body is asking you. Place the heel on top of your chair. And then go ahead and maybe if your arms and your fingers can touch that side of the chair, then go ahead and forward fold here. Now send the right hip back, wherever you are, send the right hip back. Now, from it here, in wherever position you are, whatever height you have the leg and the foot, go ahead and point the toes and then flex the foot and point and flex and point and flex. And if this is too much for your bones, like if your heel is against the bone, it's against the chair, then you can always place another cushion around, right? And give yourself a pad too. Nice job. One more breath. Bend and place the foot down. Good. I can now notice the difference between one leg and the other one after that stretch. Second side. So start low. It's always good to start in the first layer with the strap around, forward folding, sending that left hip back. Okay, you don't want to have the left hip forward with the left. You want to maintain the hip bones facing the same direction and align in the same way. Notice the difference. Tight side, the more tight side. Treat it with more love. So be more patient. And if you went all the way up, it's time now to change the leg. Make sure that the right foot is facing forward, okay? Try not to round the back, but to reach forward through the chest. So if you're here and placing the strap, even better, because now you're able to hinge from the hips, but leading with your heart instead of with your head. One more, everyone. Nice job. Go ahead and release. Good. I'm going to move that chair, and I'm just going to lay down on my back. Let's windshield wiper. Open up your feet, mat distance apart. Nice stretch, especially that it's getting hotter. We can feel the ligaments in our muscles a little bit more loose up. Something that it doesn't happen when it's cold, right? We feel more tight when it's cold. So it's a good way to start the day with a deep, gentle stretch. Very good. Extend the right leg forward as you bend the left to one. And let's simple twist it here. Open the left arm and just roll the hips to the right. I kind of like to place always a block under my foot so it's not like touching the floor. It's not aligned with the knee, right? It feels good. But here I feel like more in balance, more aligned if I place the foot on top of a block. More supported. Very good. Let's come back. Let's re-bend the right knee and extend the left leg forward. Open up your right arm. And go ahead and whenever you're ready, go ahead and twist. Nice job, everyone. Go ahead and come back. Knees to chest, ANNADELIS. Imagine that chair is right there on your heels. Open up the chest. Inhale, lift the hand on the chest off the mat. Give yourself a hug. And release. Everyone in Shavasana. Whatever modification of Shavasana you want to take, whatever variation of Shavasana, go ahead. If you have a wall close by, I'm really going to encourage you to place the buttocks close to the wall and just extend your legs all the way up. If you want to end the same way you started, using your chair and your legs on top of your chair, go ahead. If you want to take the traditional Shavasana with just laying down on your back, whatever your body is asking you. This is a cooling, in an inversion, this is a way to cool off the body when your legs are up and your head is down, when you're in an inversion. It's getting hot. I don't know if you already sweat. I did. So I need this in order to cool off. So go ahead and find your way. Close your eyes. You can imagine you're sitting at the beach on the sand. Close your eyes and hear the sound of the waves. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Maybe you're able to link your breath with the sound and the movement of the waves. Just get lost on your breath. Begin to wiggle your toes, your fingers. You move your head side to side. Stretch your arms above your head. If you're against the wall, go ahead and bend your knees and push yourself away from the wall. If you're on the chair, go ahead and bend your knees. Place your heels against the front edge of your chair. And whenever you're ready, just roll to the right side in a fetal position. With your eyes still closed, push yourself into a comfortable sitting position with your palms together at your heart in gratitude. Lifting the heart, bowing the head and dropping all your wisdom within. The light in me sees the light in you. The light in me honors, respects the light within you. Namaste. Good job, everyone.